Everyone loves the stock market until it starts falling like my confidence during a history exam. ये जो रेड कैंडल होती है ना, ये सिर्फ चार्ट पे नहीं, दिल पे भी लगती है. But wait, what if I told you the market actually warns you before it crashes? Yes, दोस्तों, today we are talking about bearish chart patterns, the secret language of the market that tells you, अब मत खरीद भाई, नीचे गिरने वाला है. From head and shoulders to double tops to those evil-looking rising wedges, these patterns are like red flags in a toxic relationship. Ignore them and boom, portfolio becomes poha. So in this episode, we will break down the bearish chart patterns in a way that even your chacha who trades only on gut feeling can understand. Let's dive in.
Now we will look at bearish chart patterns. And bearish chart patterns is basically the reverse of bullish chart patterns, which basically tells you that now after the breakdown of this particular pattern, there will be a downward price movement. Okay. So this basically suggests that sellers are now gaining control. All the buyers have been consumed in this particular range, and then price is breaking out of this particular congestion zone. What are the significance? It basically helps you to exit a buy trade. अगर आप buy side trade में हो and this pattern forms, then it is a signal for you to now exit because now price will now go down. And of course, if you can trade, if you know futures and options, this is also a point where you can sit on a short side trade, on a sell side trade. And this also helps you to avoid taking long positions, buy positions. Okay. Now, what are the key considerations? We discussed this last time as well, that आपको trend identify कर लेना है. ये price up trend में है कि down trend में है. Then breakout होना चाहिए pattern का. Only after that you should enter, unless of course you are looking for short-term trading opportunities. Volume confirmation बहुत important है. When the breakout is happening, there must be a lot of volume which is there in the market, and this is anyways understood by an indicator, volume indicator, जो हम लोग chart पे भी देखेंगे. And then support and resistance line आपको draw करना है chart पे. Only after the breakout or breakdown of the support and resistance line you should enter this particular trade. Let us understand. Our first pattern is head and shoulder pattern. In the bullish side, we have already understood inverse head and shoulder. ये अभी normal head and shoulder है, and this is a reversal pattern. Reversal pattern means price needs to be on uptrend. उसके बाद इन्होंने एक छोटा सा टॉप बनाया, इधर से करेक्शन हुआ, वापस ऊपर गया, यहाँ पे फिर से सेलर्स आए, इस सपोर्ट जोन पे आया, प्राइस थोड़ा सा रिट्रेस हुआ, इधर वापस सेलर्स आए और फिर प्राइस ब्रेकडाउन दिया. दिस इज अ क्लासिकल लाइक दिस एंड हेड एंड शोल्डर पैटर्न. करेक्ट. अभी प्राइस एक्शन से समझते हैं इसको क्या हुआ इधर. सो बेसिकली प्राइस इज गोइंग अप. नाउ द इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैव attained the target price for this particular stock, so now they have started exiting. इधर एक छोटा सा करेक्शन होता है, ऊपर जाता है, इधर बहुत सारे रिटेलर्स फिर से एंटर होते हैं बिकॉज दे थिंक दैट द प्राइस इज सपोज टू गो अप इवन फर्दर. इस पॉइंट पे जब सेलिंग आ जाता है, बेसिकली दे इंस्टीट्यूशंस आर सेलिंग ऑल द शेयर्स टू द रिटेल ट्रेडर्स. इधर छोटा सा एक बाउंस बैक, उसके बाद ये पैटर्न आपको सेल साइड पे स्ट्रॉन्ग मोमेंटम दे देता है. सो आपको क्या देखना है, ये लाइन आपको ड्रॉ कर लेनी है. ये इसको नेक लाइन हो गया. ये नेक लाइन का जब भी ब्रेक डाउन होगा, when the price will go below this neckline, ideally it should come like this. There should be a retracement, and as soon as it comes down, you can enter the trade at this point. Okay, very simple, similar to what we have discussed for the bullish chart patterns as well. Double top, we have discussed double bottom during bullish chart patterns. Double top is the exact opposite of that. Price uptrend mein tha, it reaches a point, and the institutions start selling. The price goes down, but the institutions are not interested in selling at this low price, so they stop selling. So price bounces back. Again, it reaches the institutional selling level. Either फिर से selling आता है, and by this time, all the sell orders of the institutions at this level have been consumed, and उसके बाद the price keeps on going downwards with more sellers joining at this point of time, एंड जैसे ही इस नेक लाइन का ब्रेकडाउन होता है, you can sit on a short side trade, or you should exit if you are in a long side trade, or you should take your stop loss in case you have entered somewhere here, okay, on the long side. इधर भी आप देखिए प्राइस नीचे आएगा, एक रिट्रेसमेंट होगा, फिर जब नीचे आएगा इस पॉइंट पे आप एंटर कर सकते हो. The next one is a rising wedge, which is basically price corrected downwards. Then there is some correction which is happening because the sellers who sold here have now started booking some profits here, but nobody is really interested in now rebuying this stock and taking it upwards. So इधर पे एक concession zone form हो रहा है, within which the sellers are, the institutional sellers are still selling, and probably some non-informed retail buyers are buying. ये पैटर्न फॉर्म होने के बाद जैसे ही ये सपोर्ट लाइन, which you can draw by joining all the points here in this line, जैसे इसका ब्रेकडाउन होता है, then you can exit the trade or you can sit on a short side trade. इसमें भी आपको रिट्रेसमेंट ऐसा देखने को, रिट्रेसमेंट का इंतजार करना है, और ये पॉइंट पे you can enter the trade. Bearish flag, very similar to a bullish flag. Price was in a downtrend, उसके बाद it moves into consolidation, and after it breaks down from this particular pattern, this is your point for either taking your stop loss on a buy side trade or to enter a bear side trade if you are trading intraday or futures and options. So bearish chart pattern as well. There are too many bearish chart patterns, many actually, and it is very difficult for all of you to remember the names and how they are getting formed. So it is better to remember these chart patterns based on price action. Okay. So price action में आपको क्या देखना है? Same चीज. अगर आपको रिवर्सल ढूंढना है तो आपको देखना है प्राइस पहले अप ट्रेंड में था and then it accumulated and then there is a breakdown, so abhi price will come down, right? Or it can be a continuation pattern where price was anyways coming down, but then there is a consolidation which is happening because the institutions are trying to sell their stocks at a slightly better prices here, and as soon as that selling is over, it breaks down because the retailers don't have the power to take this stock upwards, correct? So अगर आप ऐसे नजरिए से देखोगे, you can basically then identify any pattern on the chart even without remembering or knowing what that pattern is called. That is not important. इसका कोई मार्क्स मार्केट में नहीं मिलता है. मार्केट में मार्क्स इसका ही मिलता है कि आपने you have identified the right pattern, the right direction, and then you have identified the breakout or the breakdown of that particular pattern. If you can identify that efficiently, then the probability of you making profits is higher and the probability of you taking stop losses gets lesser. Okay, how to trade bearish chart patterns? Of course, if you are just a swing trader in stocks, you cannot really take trades on the downside, but this is an indication for you to exit your buy side trade. But of course, if you are trading shares intraday or you are trading futures and options, then you can of course also earn money by selling shares or selling futures and options, and even earn money when the market is in a downtrend. So we will of course have a look at the world of futures and options towards the end of this course. Very important pointers: identify the pattern. Then we have already covered some of this. Wait for confirmation and breakout. Then we will also learn about technical indicators going ahead, which includes volume, RSI, maybe MACD as well. Then moving averages to ensure that our decision, the identification of the trend that we have done is correct. Then उसके बाद आपको stop loss हमेशा रखना है ट्रेड में. This goes without saying. And stock price जाएगा कितना दूर? ये बुलिश पैटर्न हो, बेयरिश पैटर्न हो, दोनों डायरेक्शन में कहां तक आपको टारगेट सेट करना है, ये भी हम लोग डिटेल में समझेंगे बाद में. एंड फिबोनाची इज वन ऑफ द टूल्स दैट वी विल यूज फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट गोइंग अहेड. Some of the common mistakes to avoid: Never trade before confirmation unless you are doing an opportunistic trade between the support and resistance line. Volume is very important. We talked about that. Always have stop loss in any trade that you are doing. Then sometimes we discussed Dow theory, right? So we discussed that even when the price is going up, it will not go up in a straight line. It will go up a bit, correct a bit, and stuff like that. Now, when it is correcting, don't mistake that as a bearish pattern, correct? It probably is just a correction in the bullish pattern. So you have to be very careful that you are distinguishing between these two, and this will come with some experience. So once you have gone through the bullish and bearish chart patterns very carefully, now you will have to practice a lot on actual charts. And in the next episode, we will take some examples as well. Once you have done it for quite some time, at least 6 months to 1 year, bare minimum, after that, you will be able to understand whether it is just a correction or now stock price is actually becoming bearish in nature. And risk management, which we will also cover in a later episode. Very, very important. How much capital you want to utilize? Where is your stop loss? How much risk do you want to take on your capital? All of those things are very, very important before taking any trade, whether it is bullish or bearish. That's all for today. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode.